Traders, explain to your partners it's going to be a long swinging session. There's so much to look at. Let's take a look at the weekly forecast. Welcome to Simply Forex. If you want to improve as a trader, then you're definitely in the right place. Each week, I'm going to give you easy to follow trade ideas, tips, and advice so you too can succeed at trading. And if you stay till the end of the vid, I'm going to give you all of my swing trades for this week. If that sounds like a plan, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and smash the like button. Thank you very much. Like I said, guys, it is going to be a long session, but exciting and interesting, right? We're going to look at indices. We're going to look at precious metals. We're going to look at the US dollar. And we're even going to look at Bitcoin today for all you crypto enthusiasts. So looking at everything, guys, because there's so many different things going on in the markets, right? And where shall we start? Let's start with the indices. Right, so if you look at any of them, NASDAQ, right, we are at extreme highs, okay? So the NASDAQ, this is the weekly chart, guys, because as I said, you know, these are all swing trades. And we find ourselves in this range, okay? Now, if price pushes through this high, right, we're going to be at all-time highs and, you know, just keep pushing on, right? And there is a very bullish candle going into this level, right? Now, that would suggest that price could break this level, all right? And we see indices pushing on, but I'm not going to make that decision now, right? So I'm not here to predict the future. I see a big bullish candle at a resistance level. You know, chances are it may push through. But I'm not going to trade on the back of that. I'm going to wait for the market to do that, right? So if it does punch through this level, then we can expect indices to keep pushing on, flight to safeties, even gold, etc., to lose some strength. So it'd be really interesting to see what happens at this level this week. We've also got S&P, right? Literally the same, right? At this weekly level, what's going to happen? Again, we're not in the business of predicting the future. I will wait and see if we get a break of that level. Okay, we might, you know, this week coming, you might end up with a massive bearish candle like that, and then we're back in the range, right? We're back in this range. So indices at super interesting levels. There's no trade there, but I just wanted to point that out. And then the next thing to look at, guys, is the US dollar. Now, last week, if you look at any US dollar pair, right, let's have a look, I don't know, pound US dollar, right? No, pound US dollar. We had a very bullish weekly candle, right, which suggests US dollar weakness. If you look at any of them, Euro US dollar, big bullish weekly candle. Aussie dollar, US dollar, right? So this is US dollar weakness. And as we all know, and as I keep prattling on about, US dollar, you know, has not been easy to trade, right? Because it's going in one direction, then it has a massive wick in the opposite direction, comes back down. You know, it's just been a bit whipsawing, right? But now we're seeing some sustained US dollar weakness. So has this led to trades? And in the majority of cases, the answer is no, unfortunately, not for me, right? So if we look at Aussie dollar, US dollar, nice big bullish candle, even broke these highs here. So that is a weekly uptrend now, right? These levels held. But what's happened is it's prices at a resistance level, right? You can clearly see here what was once support becomes good resistance. We've got the moving average 20 coming down, right? So right at this level, that would be a lot of sellers sitting there. That's a fantastic resistance level. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Euro US dollar, right? This hasn't broken weekly trend, right? This is still in a downtrend, okay? But it's starting to range. So, but moving average 20 is coming round. So this is looking like a good selling area for Euro US dollar, right? So it hasn't manifested into trades. What else was I going to look at? Yeah, another thing I want to show you here, guys, is this, right? Although it hasn't manifested into trades with US dollar, right? Let's look at some of these monthly charts. Remember, this is swing trading, guys. You could be holding on to these for weeks. Now, if you look at pound US dollar, it's really worth pointing out on the monthly chart that this key low is holding. And we're in a monthly uptrend. We're getting higher highs. And like I say, these lows are holding. So if we are going to see sustained US dollar weakness, it would make sense that it does it from this level, right? And we see price starting to move back up. Now, this is a monthly chart, guys. So obviously, this monthly candle hasn't finished forming. But if this remains bullish, yeah, chances are we could take price higher, even up to this level here. Let's have a quick look at another one. Let's have a look at Aussie dollar, US dollar. So on the monthly chart, this key level is holding, right? So again, if we're going to see sustained US dollar strength, it's going to be from this level, right? Because the alternative is if it breaks these big monthly levels, there's quite a gap, right, down to some of these lows in here, right? So the non-US dollar currencies are fighting back, if you like. But the question is, do we have a US dollar trade? And there's a couple I'm looking at. So out of all of the US dollar pairs, I like New Zealand dollar, US dollar, right? Why? Because it has some room. If, you know, when I showed you Aussie dollar, US dollar, didn't have any room. When I showed you Euro, US dollar, didn't have any room, right? Whereas New Zealand dollar, US dollar, you can see the moving average 20s up here. And the next piece of resistance is this level here, right? So New Zealand dollar, US dollar has a bit of room to move into. Okay, so this would be my first trade idea. Let's take a quick look at the monthly. Again, right, it's at these key lows. They are key lows here, right? As with a lot of US dollar pairs. And as you can see, even on the monthly chart, it has a little bit of room before it hits the next piece of resistance. Going back to the weekly, right? Nice big bullish candle. Ever since we've hit these lows, just bullish. And then on the day chart, right? Clear uptrend. Okay, you can see now we wasn't sure, right? But now structure is wonderfully clear. We're getting higher lows, higher highs. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar is my preferred US dollar pair to trade to take advantage of this US dollar weakness and back up to this 0.577. Just the next piece of resistance, right? Not rocket science. I was also looking at US dollar, Canadian dollar, right? If we go to the weekly chart, we have had a structure break, right? No two ways about it. We was in this uptrend and then bang, right? We've broken these last lows. Now, this is almost the second US dollar pair I like, yeah? Because we've broken weekly structure, and I do think we have a bit of room to move into back down to this next piece of support through here, right? If I zoom out, you can see it clearly. It's quite a key level of support through here, right? And a nice psychological level. The only problem is the moving average 20 for me, right? As we know, this can become dynamic support. So that's another reason why I prefer New Zealand dollar, US dollar, but I would still consider this a potentially good selling opportunity as well. And again, let me just show you the monthly chart. Look at that level, key levels. I keep saying key, just to emphasize where the dollar is at, right? Key levels. So there you go, guys. That's sort of the US dollar and where we are with that. Not all US dollar pairs are giving us a good opportunity, but some are, right? So focus on the ones that are. Right, we're going to carry on a little bit more here, guys. I've got so much to share with you today. And guys, please don't forget, if you enjoy my analysis, please come join our channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and please smash the like button. If you haven't already, please come join our trading community. You can speak to like-minded traders, share knowledge, ideas, have chit chat, talk about football. So come join our free Discord channel. Also, guys, right now we are giving you 25% off all of our premium trading education. So if you go to our website, www.simply-forex.com, we are giving you 25% off our Simply Forex complete course, 25% off our VIP Discord, and 25% off my mentorship program where I coach you one-on-one. All right, so check it all out. That promotion is running till the end of February, so take advantage. Right, next is gold and silver. Excuse me, guys. Cannot shift this bloody cough. So let's have a look at gold, right? And if we go, I mean, first of all, look at that bad boy. That is more overextended than my mate's credit card. He loves to spend on his credit card. Super duper overextended. Look what the moving average 20 is, right? That's on the monthly chart. And then on the weekly, right? We spoke about this in the VIP. We've had some selling off at this level, right? Now, is this the start of a gold retrace, right? Now, this goes against the US dollar strength that we were seeing, right? I've just been talking about US dollar strength, but precious metals are their own, you know, in their own world, if you like, right? So these correlations can break. So US dollar could be weak, but gold could be weaker, right? And this is what I'm looking at here. So for me, gold needs a retrace, right? It doesn't matter where you look on a chart, it always wants to come back to the moving average 20, right? Because that is the mean of the chart, right? And we are so overextended up here. So will we make it back to the moving average 20, right? That's the big question. Now, if you look at this big wick sell-off, right? Every time that has happened, price has reverted to the mean, the moving average 20. So let's find some examples, right? Let's start here, right? Wick rejection, right? Price eventually makes it back to the moving average 20, right? It's not an exact science, right? But wick, it makes its way back to the moving average 20. Up here, makes its way down to the moving average 20, right? Is this going to do the same? Okay, so time will tell, but I am not interested in buying gold, right? No value in buying gold, big rejection wick, you know, wait for gold to come into here, even a deeper retrace towards the moving average 20. Somewhere in here, that represents value for gold, okay? But not interested in touching gold right now. And now silver actually shows us a potential sell trade, right? So if we look at the weekly chart, and this will actually be a trade idea, right? So on the weekly chart, we are in a downtrend, right? Lower highs. These highs held because these wicks closed back inside, and we're getting lower lows, right? So we're in a downtrend. And, right, we have this big rejection wick at this key level, right? We've got these key levels through here. right? You can see prices reacted before and a big rejection wick. Now, for that reason, we're in a downtrend. We've had a big rejection at resistance. I think we can take silver lower, potentially down to 31, or even all the way back down to around the 30 level. Okay, we shall see. And if you look at the day chart, look at that rejection wick, right? We're obviously still in an uptrend, but just look at that rejection wick, right? That's telling us sellers are taking over silver. So can we potentially come lower, right? That's the question. So yeah, that's gold and silver as well. That's what we're looking at there. Guys, there's still so much more to show you. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, right? We don't always look at Bitcoin. So for all you crypto enthusiasts, the crypto crew, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, this is the day chart. If we go to the weekly chart, right, I'm just going to keep this blue line in because that is the 100,000 level, right? And ever since we've hit that level, just look at price. It doesn't know what to do with itself, and it's just become a range, right? Which we'll see more clearly on the day chart. So really, the trade that I am interested in is because this is in an uptrend, right? There's no two ways about it. We've got the moving average 20 coming through as well, right? So the bottom of the range back to the top of the range makes perfect sense. It's logical to me, right? Now, if we go to the day chart, okay, it's all about this level through here. So you can see price keeps hitting this level, right? It was building up, gets to the top of the range, it breaks down, right? And then we just got a lot of indecision, okay? But if we break through this level, right, I think we can take Bitcoin back up to these highs. All right, so I do need to see a daily break here as well. If we get a break through this level, I think we've got a nice Bitcoin buy on our hands, crypto crew. Right, what else are we looking at? Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, the slowest moving currency pair in the history of man. But again, right, this has held this level, right? And if we just follow structure, right, at this point, we had lower lows. We were in a downtrend. And now price has just kind of ranged, and it's still held onto the top of that range, right? So we are in a weekly downtrend stroke range. Let me just move this up a little bit. So I think we can take price back down to the bottom of this range and this 1.101 level. All right, back down to these lows. All right, so Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar sells. That's what we're looking at as well. I mean, if we look at the day chart, it's important, obviously. We are at a bit of a support level. So maybe you might get something like this happen and then a break. And then we'll be all over selling Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. What else? Euro, Aussie dollar. I still like this as a trade. So again, if we look at the weekly chart, right, we are now in a downtrend, right? We was in an uptrend, stopped making higher highs, and then we had this big bearish candle, right? And this big bearish candle broke these lows, right? I am conscious of the fact that we're at the moving average 20, right? But that is a fresh structure break on the weekly. And we had this big rejection wick up here. It is a bit of a doji, but this rejection wick combined with this candle, I would suggest we can still take price back down to this support level through here, if not back down to these lows at the very least. All right, so Euro, Aussie dollar sells we're looking at as well. What else we're looking at? Pound Canadian dollar. I told you guys, we've got more trades than Warren Buffett. Weekly chart. I am going to a food festival today, by the way. taste of Dubai. I'm going to eat myself silly. Anyway, back to the charts, right? We are in a downtrend, lower lows, stroke range between here and here. Okay, we had a humongously bearish candle, more bearish than Yogi Bear. And I still think we can come down to the bottom of this range as a result, right? This is a bullish candle, but if you compare it to this candle, right, no contest, sellers are still in control. And what I also like with pound Canadian dollars, we're at a really interesting daily level. So price, right, broke this level, and now we're back at this level through here. I should put a zone through here, in fact. Right? So if I take my drawings away, you can see that. Okay, it was once support, it's retraced, and it's proving to be resistance. I think we can have a nice trade from this level on pound Canadian dollar. What else? Is there any more? There is one more trade, guys. Hold on to your hats. Bitcoin. Not Bitcoin, we've done Bitcoin. What am I looking at? Euro pound. Get it right, Tom. Now, weekly, we are in an uptrend, right? It's scruffy, scruffy, bang, not scruffy, uptrend, right? Price has retraced to around the moving average 20, right? But we're still in an uptrend, okay? Potentially getting higher lows, definitely got higher highs, okay? Now, you're probably saying, Tom, look at the state of those candles, right? They're not very bullish top wicks. And I hear you, right? What I'm going to wait for is this. If we go down to the day chart, you can see the indecision. We've had this big sell-off, but then weekly buyers are like, oh, hang on, we're at a good level here. And you've got this choppy nothing, right? We cannot trade that. But what we can trade is a break of this choppy nothing. So if I get a break of this particular last high right there, price goes above the moving average 20, retraces a little bit, we can take price back up to these last highs. All right. And guys, yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, please smash the like button. Also, check out our trading community, check out our website. Don't forget to join us for the live streams during the week. Have a wonderful trading week, and I'll see you soon, guys.